Angela, hashtag free ASAP Rocky.
Oh my God.
Hashtag free ASAP Rocky.
Oh my God. Well, I don't have any international calls to Sweden. So
I don't got no minute.
So it's not gonna be ASAP. It's not gonna be ASAP.
It will not be ASAP. I can't do it.
That's all I'm saying.
I can't. So apparently, not apparently, ASAP Rocky was arrested in Sweden. He was on tour, on a European tour, and he was in Sweden, and these two guys were following him around all day, pretty much provoking him, antagonizing him. And so him and his security got agitated, and they confronted him, told him to stop.
Right.
It got escalated, and it resulted in ASAP let him catch his hands.
Right.
Because he was on the balls. He was, we about to throw the balls.
Hey, we about to swing this thing. Yeah, we about to. That was damn.
Come on, Bring Valentine. It's about to be a rap fight.
Right.
But so, because of that, he went to jail. And they are not releasing him because they say that if they release him and he goes back to America, there's a guarantee that he will come back to Sweden for his actual trial to be sentenced or whatever you have.
Right.
So they're keeping him in jail. And so apparently the rumor is that he's being kept in inhumane conditions. And a lot of celebrities and public figures are rallying and signing petitions to let him be set free from being in prison in Sweden.
Now this is my thing. While I do not think that, I never want to see anybody in jail. Like, I never want to see anybody in jail, especially if it's like not in good condition and things like that. Like, I always want people to be just or whatever, have a fair trial, all that good stuff.
True.
However, ASAP Rocky, the same energy that you had in those interviews when someone asked you about the Black Lives Matter movement and you straight up said, I don't live in the hood, I live in Beverly Hills.
Okay, I live in Soho.
Yeah, I live in Soho. I don't live in Ferguson. I don't have that experience. I'm trying to write about lean and effing girls and going to the club because that's what I do. Just because I'm a black man doesn't mean I have to be an activist. ASAP, just because you are in jail as a black man doesn't mean that we as black people have to be activists to get your ass out of jail. I want that same energy.
Tiana Taylor said it?
That's like when you were...
Tiana Taylor said it?
Right.
Tiana Taylor said it?
I'm like, you weren't standing for black people when we were literally dying in the street. And someone asked you about the Black Lives Matter movement, how you felt about it, all you could have said was, I support my people, I hope they get justice. When people are getting murdered, nigga, you sitting up in Sweden's jail. I just went to Copenhagen. That's a very nice country, okay? They got free healthcare. They got free education. I'm sure you are fine.
And I watched Michael Moore's documentary that he got an Academy Award for.
Right.
And Sweden, they jail.
You're fine.
They jail.
You're fine. You couldn't stand up for these black kids dying in the street by police officers. You're gonna be in that Swedish jail, nigga, until they tell you can't. Someone say you can get out.
I can't do it.
Period.
Okay.
Period.
So I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
Okay.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
That riled me up.
Because your point is valid, and the people who are the woman who brought up those old tweets and that old interviews is very valid. It's kind of like you can't expect people to rally behind you with your freedom when just years ago you were so deaf.
Where's Jermaine?
You
call him up. See if he can help you.
You were so deaf to our plight. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I have to mention that there are a lot of people who fight for different causes for other people who don't necessarily believe in what your cause is or they're not passionate about it. For example, veterans who risk their lives, they go to war, all these years, but there are people in America who don't believe in war at all.
Right, that's true.
They do not support the military. They don't support government-funded military operations. But those veterans, they still fight for your freedom.
Right.
Even though you don't support them. So I feel like even though ASAP comments were completely ignorant, he was foolish, and let this be a lesson to you that your blackness will follow you everywhere.
Everywhere.
Nigga.
Everywhere. But
at the same time, it's kind of like, if you are pro-black and if you are passionate about human rights and injustice, just because ASAP is an ignorant mother effer, that can't deter you from your cause, which is human rights. So even though, you know what I mean? So I feel like we got to keep that same energy too.
That's true.
Now what you're saying is valid, but at the same time, if we're talking about human rights and justice, if that is what you rally for on a day-to-day basis, it can't change because somebody is an asshole. I'm just saying.
Right. Well, just like he said that he doesn't live in the hood, he lives in Soho and Beverly Hills. I'm not getting fights in Sweden. I was just in Europe for 2 weeks. I didn't get in one fight. So I can't relate to that experience.
I can't deal with you.
But I don't want him to be, I want him to be treated fairly,
I want
justly,
you to be okay.
I want you to be alright.
But I'm not signing that. I'm not signing a competition because at the end of the day, you did the crime. So you know how people be having those like free Pookie shirts.
Oh my God.
Pookie shot 4 people.
Right.
Don't free him.
Right.
Keep
him in jail.
Okay.
That's one of the most ridiculous things.
Free JT. Like JT robbed a bank.
JT was like doing credit card fraud on like the elderly.
Look, okay.
So it's like,
So ASAP, I feel for you. If you are being held in inhumane conditions, I do want that to change.
Right.
However, you did do some criminal activity in Sweden.
And that's their laws. If they want to release you, then they'll release you or not. Like if you go to Uganda or something and get locked up for freaking, I don't know, doing something that is trivial in the States, but over there it's something big and you get locked up by black people. It was like you did the crime, so you're gonna have to sit there and do the time. If that's what you did,
do the crime, you gotta do the time.
You gotta do the time.
Cheers to that.
But I hope he's okay.
I hope you're okay, ASAP.
Cheers to you. Cheers to us hoping you're okay.
Cheers to you getting in a better condition ASAP.
I hope they're probably serving him Swedish fish.
Okay,
I love Swedish.
They probably serving him some Pinot Grigio or something.
Yeah.
He probably got a cell phone and an Apple TV.
He probably got health care in there. They probably did a full physical.
Okay. He probably getting a natty and a petty.
Right. People in America ain't never had a physical. Okay. What? Look at him. But I hope you get out.